dances, the ancestors are walking again. And if you meet its eyes, you don't just watch history, you become part of it.
They say when the masquerade dances, the ancestors are walking again. And if you meet its eyes, you don't just watch history, you become part of it. In a village where the earth was red and the moon watched closely, there was a season that came once a year, a season when the living and the spirits stood side by side. This was the season of the Dancing Masquerade. From elders to children, the village prepared. Drums were tightened, costumes were sewn with sacred symbols, and whispers filled the air. Because the masquerade was not just a dancer, it was a messenger. They said the spirit chose its own carrier, not the strongest, not the loudest, but the one whose heart could listen. On the night of the festival, the drums spoke first, deep, commanding, ancient. Then from the sacred grove, the masquerade emerged. Its colors shimmered under firelight. Every step it took echoed stories older than the village itself. When it moved, the crowd fell silent. The dance was not random. Each movement meant something. Gratitude for harvest, warning of pride, hope for unity. Elders nodded, recognizing the language of motion, and as the masquerade spun faster, the air grew heavy, as if unseen ancestors had joined the rhythm. But not everyone understood. Some of the youth laughed, calling it old tradition. Some questioned its power. They had forgotten why the masquerade danced in the first place. Then as the drums slowed, the masquerade stopped suddenly, raising its staff toward the sky. Thunder rumbled in the distance. The elders knew. This dance was a reminder that culture is not costume. It is memory. It is identity. It is survival. The masquerade began its final dance. Slow, deliberate, heavy with meaning. Even the skeptics felt it in their bones. As dawn approached, the masquerade retreated into the grove. The drums softened. The village exhaled. Children spoke in hushed tones. Youth reflected. Elders smiled. Because once again, the masquerade had done its duty, not to entertain, but to connect the past to the present. The village remembered who they were. A culture survives not because it is loud, but because it is passed on. And every dance is a story. Every drumbeat is a heartbeat. Every masquerade is a bridge between worlds. If this story moved you, honor the culture. Don't let it fade. Like this video to keep African stories alive. Subscribe for more powerful tales of tradition and wisdom. Share this story so the dance continues beyond the screen. Because when we remember our stories,